Today's lesson is on median, mode, and range. First, we're going to look at our vocabulary. A measure of central tendency is a measure that represents the center of a data set. The mean is one type of measure of central tendency. Here are two others. Now look at our key idea for the other two. The first one is median. We would order the data. For a set with an odd number of values, the median is the middle value. For a set with an even number of values, the median is the mean of the two middle values. So if we have our data is 5, 8, 9, 12, and 14, the median is 9, it's the middle number. If our data set's 2, 3, 5, 7, 10, and 11, we have two middle numbers, 5 and 7, so you would add them up. So 5 plus 7 is 12. Divide the answer by 2, and you would get that the median, or the middle, is 6. Now we'll look at mode. The mode of a data set is the value or values that occur most often. Data can have one mode, more than one mode, or no mode. When all values occur only once, there is no mode. For the data set, we have 11, 13, 15, 15, 18, 21, 24, and 24. This set of data has two modes. Both 15 and 24 appear two times, where every other number is only once. For our first example, we're finding the median and mode. Find the median and mode of the bowling scores. So in our table, we have a set of bowling scores. The first thing we'll do is put the data in order, from least to greatest. So we have 90, 105, 120, 125, 135, 145, 160, 160, 175, and 205. In order for us to find the middle number, we can start at each end and take one away. So we could take 90 away and then 205. And then we could do one on each end again, 105 and 175. Continue doing this till we have middle number or middle numbers. So 120 and 160, and then 125 and 160. And then you can see we have two middle numbers left. So you would add these two middle numbers up, and you would get 280. Divide the answer by 2, and you'll find out that the middle is 140. Now to find the mode, we look at our set of data. The mode is the number that occurs most often. 160 appears two times, and every other number only appears one time. So the mode is 160. Now we have an additional example. You can pause the video and try it on your own, or you may follow along. We're going to find the median and mode of the data. So for number 1, our first step is to put these numbers in order from least to greatest. So we're going to have 4, and I will cross these numbers off after I've used them. 4, and the next number would be 5. And then we have 8, and then 9, and then we have 12, and then 13, and then 17, and then we have 20, and then we have 20 again. So now we have our data in order from least to greatest. Now, in order to find the median, we want to find the middle number. So I can cross one off on each end and work my way towards the center. So I'll cross off 4 and 20, 5 and 20, 8 and 17, 9 and 13, and now since I'm back to the beginning, I have one number left, which is 12. So my median is 12. Now I want to find the mode. So I can write my numbers out again. I've got 4, 5, 8, 9, 12, 13, 17, 20, and 20. The mode is the number that appears most often. You can see that 20 appears 2 times and every other number only appears once. So my mode is 20. For number 2, we have 100, 75, 90, 80, 110, and 102. So the first thing I need to do is put these in order from least to greatest. So I'll start with 75, and then I'm going to have 80, and then I'll have 90. Next is 100, and then 102, and my last number would be 110. Now I need to find my middle number, so I can cross one off on each end. So I'll cross off 75, 110, 80, and 102, and I'm left with 2 middle numbers. So in order to find the median, I'm going to add those 2 up and divide by 2. So I have 90 plus 100 divided by 2. That equals 190 divided by 2. And 190 divided by 2 is 95. So my median is 95. Now for my mode, I want to see which number appears most often. So I have 75, 80, 90, 100, 102, and 110. Each number appears only one time, so I do not have a mode. So my mode would be none, or you can say no mode. Now look at our second example for finding the mode. The list shows the favorite types of movie for students in a class. Organize the data in a frequency table, then find the mode. So we first have our types. We have action, comedy, drama, and horror. Then we can look through the favorite types of movies at the left, and we can go through these and make tally marks. So on the favorite types of movies, when you see comedy, you can come over and make a tally mark on your frequency table. And then drama, you can make a tally mark. Horror, you can make a tally mark. After you get through the whole table, you then add up your tally marks to see your frequency. So action would be 5, comedy 8, drama 4, and horror 7. You can look at the frequency to see which type had the most votes. Comedy received the most votes, so the mode would be comedy. Now we have an additional example. You can pause the video and try it on your own, or you may follow along. The list shows the favorite colors for students in a class. Organize the data in a frequency table, then find the mode. So below you'll see our data, and also we have our table. So we're going to go through and put tally marks for our data. So first we have blue, and I'll cross it off after we use it. So I'll put a 1 for blue, and then green, purple, blue, green, pink, purple, blue, green, purple, blue, blue, green, pink, blue, blue, green, blue, and green. Now I'm going to add up my tally marks For blue, I have, this would be 5 and 6, 7, 8. So my frequency is 8. For green, I have 5, 6. For pink, I have 2. And for purple, I have 3. So now I can use my frequency to determine my mode. My mode will be the one that appears most often. 8 is my largest number, and that would be blue. So my mode is blue. Now we're looking at vocabulary. The range of a data set is the difference between the greatest value and the least value. The range describes how spread out the data are. For our third example, we're finding the range. The table shows the record lengths of 6 venomous snakes. What is the range of the lengths? We can first put the data in order from least to greatest. And then we're going to subtract the largest number minus the smallest number. When we put our data in order from least to greatest, we're going to find out the largest number is 96 and our smallest number is 31. So we're going to subtract these two numbers and we'll get 65 inches. So our correct answer would be C, 65 inches. Now we have an additional example. You can either pause the video and try it on your own, or you may follow along. The data set shows how many inches of rain fell in several cities during a storm. Find the range of the data. So the first thing we'll do is put the data in order from least to greatest. So first we're going to have 3 and 7/10, and then we'll have 3 and 8/10, then we have 3 and 8/10 again, and then we're going to have 3 and 9/10, and then next we're going to have 4 and 1/10, and then we'll have 4 and 25/100ths, and then we'll have 4 and 3/10, and then 4 and 5/10. Now I can see that my largest value is 4 and 5/10, and my smallest value is 3 and 7/10. So now I'm going to subtract these two numbers, so 4 and 5/10 minus 3 and 7/10. I can't subtract 5 minus 7, so I borrow. And now I have 15 minus 7, which is 8, and 3 minus 3 is 0. My decimal will come straight down. So I'm going to have 0.8, or 8/10, and then my label would be inches. So 8/10 inches would be my range. Don't forget to fill out your notes, and remember to watch the video again if needed.